What's up? It's your boy Omar Black, and this video right here is more so on why I write. For a lot of people, when they look at writers, they really don't pay us much attention. A lot of people say writing isn't a career, it's more of a hobby, it's not a job. And whenever you hear that notion, whenever you hear that saying by anybody, don't pay any type of attention because they don't know what they're talking about. Um, I could I can go down the list. You look at Divergent, you look at Captain Phillips, you look at The Maze Runner, you look at The Hobbit, you look at 12 Years a Slave, World War Z, The Wolf of Wall Street, and I could keep going on and on and on. Argo, The Help. It's so many novels that's based. It's so many movies that's based off of novels that maybe when they were written, people didn't pay much attention to, but they've proven their worth. And for me, it's the reason why I write. I write to to entertain. I write to make people feel good. I write to send a message. I write to just put somebody into a world, into my world, and entertain them for however long the novel is. Now, my main point of writing is because I love doing it. For any writer, for anybody doing anything, you gotta love doing it. If you play basketball, I don't care how much you play basketball, how good you are. If you don't love doing it, eventually it's not gonna work. It's not gonna. You're not gonna succeed. You're not gonna be happy. Um, I'm looking at Men in Black, Titanic. Like, I mean, all these movies, Jason Bourne. Like, you gotta sit there and think of why these novels turned into movies. Warm Bodies, which was a pretty good movie that I liked back in the day when it came out. Um, Edge of Tomorrow. The list goes on and on and on and on about short stories. Well, stories. I'm sorry, books turned into movies. For me, you have to have passion for it. Like I said, if you could be a basketball player, if you don't love what you're doing, it's not gonna work. Eventually you're gonna fall off. Eventually, that love for it, that passion for it, is gonna that you never had. It's gonna eventually show. You're not gonna put forth the time to practice. You're not gonna put forth the time to keep yourself in shape. You're not gonna put forth the time to eat right. For me as a writer, I move like a basketball player. I feel like that's the best way for a writer to view writing is like a basketball player. It's not about the only way that you can get better is by continuing to practice, continue to work hard, to continue to elevate your game. As a writer, how do you get better? You continue to write, you continue to come up with ideas, but most importantly, you write those ideas. You continue to write books, you continue to write short stories, you continue to write poems. You cannot develop yourself if you're not willing to put forth the time and the effort. Every writer, it's not going to be easy. The journey is not easy. It's not meant to be easy. It's just like working a 9 to 5. It's not meant to be easy. It's not meant to come easy for you. It's going to take time. um, Working at a regular job, you start off with, you start off at a lower position, then you work your way up, and you become the assistant manager, become the manager, potentially the VP to the president of the company. I've seen it happen over and over again. I have friends that started as probably making $10 an hour, $12 an hour. Now they're making $24, $28 an hour. It takes time. As a writer, you have to move. You have to love what you're doing. Period. If you don't love what you're doing, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna put forth the time and succeed into writing a good novel. Um, and one thing I'll say, do not care at all about rejection letters. I've been rejected time and time again. I've sold several thousand copies of my novels thus far, and that's really without promotion. That's just me doing everything on myself. So I can imagine when I do put forth the money to promote my novels, how much more of a success they will become. But you cannot pay attention to rejection letters. Um, the business is how it is. A lot of people are moving slowly away from traditional publishing to self-publishing. That's kind of on you on what route you want to take, how good your novel is, and can you find the right people to help you elevate that novel? Because a lot of the times, people that go to traditional publishers that sell millions of copies of their books end up making a lot less money than those people that took the self-publishing route. That's a debate that will go on from year to year. That will continue to happen because I know a lot of self-publishing authors that make almost six figures or six figures a year just selling their novels independently, and I know some people that have signed major book deals that make around the same amount, if not a little more. Um, but you have to have the love and the passion for it. Don't pay attention to anybody that's telling you don't take this serious. It's just a hobby. It's not a career. It's not something that you can live your life off of, because that's nonsense. The more and more and more as the years go on, the more and more film companies realize novels are what's in. Novels are what we should look towards to make movies, and that's why you're seeing the number of films based off of novels increase every year. And with outlets like Netflix, with Hulu, even Amazon, the the chances of your novel actually succeeding is so much broadened right now, because so many people are really looking towards authors to give them ideas for films, for TV shows, for TV series. So I feel like as an author, you should be more excited now more than ever to write, because this is the time. This is the time where we're truly needed. We look at what's happening right now with the film and TV industry, and I'm quite ticked off about it. The main thing with film and TV, what are we seeing now? What's happening so often? It's reboots, it's remakes, it's sequels, it's prequels, and that's what Hollywood has become. It's become a bunch of remakes. It's become a bunch of sequels and prequels. It's like, where's the originality? The originality is us. The originality is us writers. So I would say, if your passion is truly towards writing, write, and keep on writing. If you're not fully invested into writing, it's not gonna work. Um, I feel that as a writer, like I said, this is the time to be the most excited. This is the time to put forth your best effort, um, and get it going. Get it going. Like, keep writing, keep developing characters, keep coming up with storylines. Most importantly, keep writing. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of websites online that you could post, short excerpts from your novels onto, just to get some feedback. And I would say those writing communities are very, very helpful in your writing development. It's very, very helpful in not just your writing development, but exposure. Period. Getting your name out there. Developing a website is also important for a writer. But right now, I feel like it's the time for all writers to continue to rejoice. All writers to continue to write, and to to not look at it like what other people saying. It's not a job. It's not a career. It's a hobby. Don't pay attention to those words. Those words are meaningless. Write, and eventually it's gonna pay off. Um, don't be afraid of criticism. Don't shy away from rejection letters. It's gonna happen. It's happened to me. Um, you have to have passion for this. You have to want this. You have to love this. If you're a doctor, or if you want to become a doctor, it takes years to become a doctor. You have to go to school. You have to go to a 4-year college, then you gotta go to medical school, then you gotta do your residency. It takes years to become this. If you don't really want it, that's why you see so many people drop out of school after med school, or drop out of school during college, because they don't really want this. Some people can't afford it, of course, but some people realize this isn't their true passion. This isn't their true love. So I would say to all writers, if you're fully dedicated to this, keep writing, keep developing characters, keep coming up with ideas, keep elevating yourself. Eventually, it's gonna pay off. Right now, more than ever, the film industry, the the TV industry, they're looking towards us to come up with the ideas. And truthfully, it only takes that one novel. It only takes that one novel to elevate your career from where it is right now to another stratosphere. So that's my encouragement to all y'all writers out there. Don't get discouraged ever. Keep writing. Make sure you copyright all of your novels. Make sure that's the main thing. All your poetry. If you're an artist, make sure you copyright all your images. Like, we live in a time right now where so many people want ideas and so many people will go out their way to get those ideas. So make sure you're always protected. You could go to copyright.gov, read the instructions on how to copyright your novels if you haven't already. If you are a musician, the same thing. Make sure that's the key thing. Get all your material copyrighted. Um, and this is my little encouragement to all the writers out there. Keep writing, stay focused, and it's gonna pay off. It will pay off. Trust me.